am Bailey Arnold, and today is Friday, November 24th, 2017. The person I'm interviewing is Rose Arnold, my grandma. The purpose of this interview is to find out more about her life, and the location of the interview is in her kitchen. And can you give me a brief biological sketch of your life?
I was born on April 12th, 1949 in Falls City, Nebraska. And I went to country school through 8th grade. We had all 8 grades in one building, in one room. Then I went to Falls City High School for high school and was married about a year after I graduated. We lived in Ruskin, Nebraska, where my husband taught school for 4 years. And then we moved back to Falls City on a farm, rented a house, and he started to become an electrician. I have 2 children, David and Karen, and 5 grandchildren. And we still live in Falls City, Nebraska.
Can you list your siblings' names?
My oldest brother is Eldon, and then Leonard. I was 3rd, and then I have a younger sister, Nancy.
Okay. How has the community changed since you were young?
It's lost population, and some of the storefronts aren't occupied. I think we have a lot more traffic through town because of transportation and people getting around easily. I think that's about it.
When were you young? How did you earn a living?
My first jobs was working for my aunt who had 5 boys. I helped her iron shirts and cook and clean. And when I was in high school, my last year, I worked half days for a lawyer, being his secretary. And then I also worked evenings at Frosty Queen, the local dairy shop, for some extra money. After I was married, I didn't work for a long time because I had children.
How did your parents earn a living?
They were farmers.
How did most of your friends earn a living?
Most of my friends' parents were farmers. That's pretty much what we did.
Describe a typical school day with the length, subjects, schedule, and other things.
Well, I think we started about 8 o'clock, and I think we got out at 4 o'clock. We had all of our subjects: math, science, reading, social studies. We had 2 recesses and a lunchtime. And we could hear the teacher giving the other grades classes, so we kind of learned from them. When it was winter time, we had a stove in the school building where we could put if we wrapped our hamburgers in foil, we could warm them up for lunch, so we had hot lunch. We all played together at recess. We played Andy over the whole schoolhouse, and we played baseball, and it was fun. I enjoyed grade school.
What was discipline like in school?
You know, we all kind of knew we were supposed to behave, so I don't recall anyone having to be disciplined. We were quiet and respectful. I don't remember anyone having to be disciplined. We had parents who corrected us and took us to church, so we knew what we were supposed to do.
What sports or activities were available?
In grade school, it was just whatever we decided to play at recess, baseball. And when it was wintertime, we would sleigh ride down the hill. In high school, we didn't have outside sports for girls yet, so it was just intramural sports. We had wiffle ball and volleyball and aerial tennis, I think they called it. And I really enjoyed PE in high school. That was my thing. I was president of the Girls Athletic Association my senior year. That was my goal as a freshman, and I made it.
Was there a dress code?
I imagine there was a written dress code. I don't recall. But for the most part, I wore skirts, even to high school. I don't recall wearing jeans or slacks even. I might have. But it was pretty formal. Teachers all wore suits and ties, sports coats and ties. The guys, the ladies wore dresses.
What did you do for fun or entertainment?
Well, we would get in the car and drive up and down Main Street and honk at our friends in the other cars. We would go to ball games. Sometimes I'd go spend the night with my friends, or they'd come and spend the night with me. I know I had twins that were my best friends, and I remember going to their house quite a bit, and we'd buy Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinners and make our own spaghetti dinners. That was fun. It was pretty simple.
If you lived in the country, how often did you go to town?
Before I started high school in town, probably once a week. After I started high school, then I came to town every day.
What was special about holidays or Sundays?
Holidays, my mom's family would usually gather together, and there was a lot of them, and we had a lot of fun. Sundays were special because we always got to go to church as a family, and I think that's one of my greatest blessings, was to have parents who not only sent me to church, but they went with me.
Were you around during the Great Depression?
Nope.
What was the price of goods, bread, gas, soft drinks, candy, and eggs, and other necessities when you were young?
I didn't do the grocery shopping till I got married, but I remember gasoline was 25 cents a gallon, and I lived like 14 miles out in the country. So one night we came into town, me and my friends, and drove around up and down the street for a whole evening, and we each chipped in a quarter and bought 3 gallons of gas for 75 cents, and that filled my tank back up. But I don't remember the cost of other things.
Okay. Were you in any branch of the military?
Nope.
What would you consider to be your greatest tragedy you've experienced?
You know, I am very blessed. I've had no major tragedies. Probably when my friends from Ruskin, when my husband was teaching, they lost 2 boys in car accidents within 3 years. That was really tragic. And then the loss of my great-great-nephew Easton this summer at the age of 16 has been very tragic.
What would be your most memorable moment?
Of my whole life?
Yeah.
Just one.
You could have multiple if you want.
I can. Getting married, having my children, and receiving the baptism of the Holy Spirit when I was 23. Those were major things.
What is your favorite Christmas memory?
Probably the first time the whole family went to Disney World over Christmas. It wasn't Christmas, but it was the first week of December of 2012. I would say that was my best Christmas memory.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving memory?
Every year getting together with both sides of the family, extended family. That's really special.
How do the younger generations have an impact on your life?
Oh, they bring me great joy. And they also keep me praying a lot because they have a lot to deal with in their lives.
Anything else you would like to add?
It seems to have gone fast. I'm 68, but I don't feel like I've lived that long. It goes really fast, it seems like. But I've had a blessed life. Good family, good church family. So I'm happy. I've had a good life.
Well, thank you for the interview and thank you for your time.